everybody, if you guys want to see a movie review on Acrimony by Tyler Perry, please stay tuned. Alright y'all, so this is a movie review on Acrimony by Tyler Perry. And I know, I'm late to the party. Oh, what'd you say? Oh, you said something? Oh, okay, I thought so. Okay, so I know this was over like a year ago, but I discovered on my Amazon, I'm going to give you a little story and I'm going to get into it because I know people are like, oh, people be doing, the intro be too much. Pause, okay? If you got to speed up, I'll put a timestamp somewhere so you guys go to it, okay? All right, but anyway, so I got Amazon Prime, and so a sign was up there saying that you're not taking advantage of your Prime and stuff like that. I was like, what they talking about? So I clicked on it and I saw movies. Like, I knew they had movies, but I didn't know like they had the free movie. I don't know why I didn't think so, because I'm thinking like, okay, Prime, I'm thinking all you getting is quick shipping. But they got some free movies, free TV shows and stuff like that. So when I went to it, Acrimony popped up. So they based it off, I guess, what I purchased from Amazon, I believe. That's what they said. So I clicked on that real quick because I've been wanting to watch that movie, but I just never got around to it. So finally it's on Amazon. So I was like, yes, okay. So anyway, so I had to say that little story right quick, so you know. But we're gonna get into it. So let me look on here, and we just gonna get like the oh, I went to the wrong thing. Let me see, Acrimony. Hold on, y'all. All right, so this was in 2018. And it has Taraji P. Henson and Larique Bent. They're basically like the main characters on here, and they have other characters as well that play Robert, Diana, and I guess Melinda's friend and stuff like that. So yeah, so basically we're gonna get into it. I did take a lot of notes, so as you guys know, I do I do talk about the movie first and then I review it. So if you guys don't like that, you can click the X. Okay, this is gonna be a long video, so please get your snacks, just like I got Pop Secret popcorn. Okay, this is not a sponsored video, but yeah. So if you don't like the chomping, okay, this is like a little mukbang type deal. Popcorn. All right, I'm not gonna be doing this throughout the movie. I mean, throughout the movie review, but when I be like on some, I don't know what they're doing. So the popcorn is on deck. All right, so now, sorry for the crunching, y'all, but to those of you that are mukbangers, y'all like it. Okay. All right, so anyway, I got a whole bunch of notes here. Okay. All right. Oh, okay. So I watched this movie today, so it's fresh in my head. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna review this today. I'm not going to record any more videos today. Just this one. Okay. Okay. All right. So, okay. So it starts out with her being in court. Okay, and this is Taraji P. Henson, and her name is Melinda. So we're gonna say Melinda, and she's in court. Okay, they're saying that that you have to go to a therapist and stuff like that, just telling her what she has to do and things of that sort, okay? All right, so she went to the therapist, and this is where the story starts, okay? So, Melinda has said that she has an anger problem, and she said he caused all of it, okay? She said she was going to tell what happened. She thinks it's BS that she has to go to the therapist, okay? And she said this MFer gets to torment me and he gets to walk away. She says she's a stereotype, and the therapist says, that's what you feel like? And then she said no. Like she has this like big attitude with the therapist. She says she has never did anything to him. She was strong, she played weak, and she was pathetic, okay? She said all of this is wrong. The therapist says start from the beginning. All right, so she said, how far back do you want me to go? That's what Melinda said. So she said she remembers every day. So the therapist says, start at the beginning. How did you meet him? Okay. So she said she was in college, and she was walking in the rain, and she ran into him. I guess she was going to her class or going to somewhere to do her paper or something like that. So she was like hitting him and stuff like that. Like, oh my God. And he was like, ugh. So they left and went their separate ways. So he came back to the dorm, and I believe her roommate answered the door. And it said, is Melinda there? I mean, not Melinda, is, I guess her name was on the paper. I don't know. I forgot. So anyway, so he read her paper, right? Hold on, y'all. Okay. I had some popcorn stuck in my teeth. Sorry. Alright, so he said he was sorry. So, she shut him out and she has to finish her paper, she said. So she was like rude, like whatever, like that. So he was basically he told her about her paper, because he read the 2 pages that she left with him, and he said that you may have a couple papers of mine. She was like, no, okay. I was like, oh, damn. But anyway, all right. So she was very rude to him, and he said he was sorry, stuff like that. So anyway, so yeah. So he told her about the paper, because he said he used to have that professor, whatever, and then she was like, okay. So Melinda was narrating basically the story as as she was telling the story. So you heard her saying, like, she said that he was beautiful, I believe she said, and then she said like a devil put a package together or something like that, or whatever. So but anyway, so she said he took the class before, so they went to the library together, and so he was helping her, and then she said, let's just talk about you. And so he said he was working on a battery and stuff like that, blah, 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 blah. All right. So as she was talking to the therapist, she said she wished someone would have told her, about like not meeting him, basically. So she's basically regretting that she met him. So she didn't do well on her paper. So she was upset, and so because he asked her like what was going on. So she said she didn't want to be a disappointment to her mother and stuff like that. So her sisters came to the right when she said that to him, her sisters came to tell her that her mom passed away. She was very close to her mother, so they had the funeral, okay? And went to her house. She was devastated. The sisters was grilling him at the house. She was like, okay, what do you do? Do you have a job? How do you pay for school? He was like, scholarship and student loans and stuff like that. So the sister has a fiance. One sister had a fiance, one had a boyfriend. So Devin, Melinda's ex, came, and one of the sisters was like, oh, this is Melinda's boyfriend, and Melinda's like, no, that's the ex-boyfriend. Like, yeah, like, come on, like, that's not her boyfriend. Why are you trying to make him her boyfriend? Like, bruh. But anyway. So Robert was devastated, so he left. So Melinda asked, why are you leaving so soon? And he said, you have your family. And she said, see you later. He said, see you later, and he's going to go to the train to get, to go home. And so she said, oh, can I drive you? So she insisted, and so she stopped. He said, stop right here. So he lives in the trailer. So she said, can I come in? Okay. So anyway, he was playing some music. It was like sad music. She said, oh, it's sad, whatever. He was like, I'm sorry. So she was like, how long you lived in the trailer? He said, for a while. He said his father's in prison. Grandmother raised him, and he moved with his aunt. He's been living there ever since. Okay. So he said sorry about your mom, and she said the way he said sorry was good. He made her feel safe and strong and stuff like that. So she was narrating that part at the moment. And then she said that he had her mind, her heart, her head, and her virginity. So they had sex, okay? So her sister was like, you going out with him again? So it switched to a scene. And so it was like, who paying for the, you know what I'm saying? So her sisters were always there, like grilling, like, you know what I'm saying? I know, like, they were protective, but it's just like, but anyway, that's how they are throughout this movie. Okay. Her mother left her money in the house. Okay. So the mother left her money, I guess, life insurance, which was $350,000. Okay. So her sisters warned her about him and said that, basically don't let him, take advantage of you and stuff like that. So he was talking about a job pitch that he wanted to, I think it was Prescott, that he was trying to get into. And so it's a lottery that they go through, and he's been sending letters and stuff like that. So about his battery idea that he had, or whatever the case is, that he came up with, or whatever. So she said, so when they was walking and stuff like that and talking, she said, I won't disappoint you. He said the same thing. And then he said, you're going to be my wife forever. And then she was like, forever. Like, oh my goodness, I can't believe he said forever and it didn't happen. She was narrating that part, whatever the case she said. And then he said, we're going to be rich. And then, just like, basically telling the dream that he had for both of them, basically, okay? And she was just like soaking it in and stuff like that or whatever. So she bought the guy a car, okay? So she had $350,000 life insurance, so they had it on the side and deducted how much the car was. I think it was like 20,000, 30,000, or something like that. So deducted from that. All right, and so then she hasn't heard from him in 2 days, okay? So she had to call him, okay? So he was like, "Oh, hey there." I was like, so she was like, like, "Hey there," you know, like, she's like, the way he was, you know, saying that, whatever. And he was like, "Nothing, baby. I was working on my battery." And he was like, "Can I call you back? I need 2 hands for my salary," or whatever. Okay. So she drove to his house because she felt her intuition that something was going on, that he was cheating on her. So she went. So she was like, you know, I don't know if I should do this, and I didn't want to do this, whatever. So she sat there for like an hour, and then she turned on the car, and then she was like, I'm leaving. She saw in the window, she saw a hand in the window, okay? Oh my goodness. That sent her through the roof, okay? So she was like, okay. So she ran her Jeep into the trailer, not once, but twice, I think 3 times, till the trailer toppled over. Oh my God. I was like, bruh. So then, she was like, what she said? So she said, okay, so, she was like, "I'm not doing this." Then she saw the hand in the window. Okay, I went, okay. So then she threw a big brick at the car that she bought him or whatever like that. And she got, so all that, whatever like that. And after all that, she had fainted, and then she went to the hospital. She had got a full hysterectomy. Okay. So she cannot have any children. Okay. All right. And, she was bleeding internally. They had to do emergency surgery. So she almost died doing this. But anyway, all right, so her sister screamed because he came to the hospital, and so the sister was screaming like, you know, "You shouldn't be here, you know, get out of here," and you almost killed her, and whatever the case is. So she was laid up for 3 weeks, okay? So then he came to see her or whatever like that, and her sisters are very, like, they're like security guards, okay? They're very, very protective over her, like they're like, I think they're like overly protective over her, okay? So she's been like this for years, they were saying. So he came there, and then she said, "Oh, he has to speak to me," you know, like, she's like, "Let me speak to Robert," or whatever. So her sister's like, "No, let him go." So Robert says sorry. She meant and that girl meant nothing to him or whatever. He said he felt so bad. "I love you. I'm sick without you. I'm sorry. I promise I won't do it again." They took his scholarship or whatever, and she said she would pay for his last 2 semesters. Once again, she's spending money. Okay. So this dude had a plastic ring. Okay. And he, you know, he didn't have the money. I guess, but he didn't have the money. So he said it's going to be a diamond here, you know, after the fact, like that. So he proposed to her with a plastic ring. Okay. All right. So then she was like, yes, you know. So her sister was like, your man cheated on you. Your man cheated on you and you almost died, and you're going to marry him. And they was like that they wasn't going to be a part of no wedding or anything like that. So she walked down the aisle with 2 people at her wedding. And I think her bridesmaid was, her roommate, her friend, or whatever the case is. I'm like, bro, you could have just went to the justice of peace. But anyway, if it was just going to be 2 people there, So her sisters and her family was not participating. So as you can see that she was walking down the aisle. Nobody walked down the aisle. She was just, okay, all right. So she was so in love with him. So in love, okay? So money was getting low. And then they were subtracting everything. Everything was going down, whatever the case is. So he's working on his battery still. So she showed him, you know, Robert, what was going on. And this guy doesn't have a job. Okay, mind you, she's working 2 jobs. Okay, so then he said he's gonna try to get a job. Okay, so he says stop. Let me see. He went to Prescott because he's been calling and writing letters. He's been doing that for years. Okay, so they told him to stop. So she was working 2 jobs, cleaning offices at night, and that's basically about that. So while he at home playing with the battery, she said. But anyway, So he burnt that. So he was running everything off the battery, but then he burnt all the wiring in the house, all the electrical wiring, because she asked him, did he speak to the electrician? He said no. So that's when the thing popped, and then they had to spend $37,000 on that, okay, to fix the wiring. So he finally graduated. So she was thinking that, oh, you know, everything's gonna be good after this. He's gonna get a job, you know, 6 figures, stuff like that, blah, 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 whatever like that. She said 100,000, but she didn't say 6 figures. But anyway, yeah, 6 figures, 6 figures, okay. So she thought all her troubles was gonna go away the next day, whatever, after he graduated. So he had 3 interviews lined up. She was souped about that. Then all 3 turned him down. So she's like, what happened? You know, why all 3 turned him down? So he said that 15, he was in a gang, and he spent 2 years in jail and thought he could get it expunged, you know, but it's still there. So apparently she didn't know about this. So I'm like, okay. So then he said he know what he said. He said he know believe in me, you know, don't stay. I mean, don't leave, stay, you know, because like she's about to leave or whatever. So then she was saying that, you know, they were just waking up and he had like odd jobs, but it wasn't enough to pay like certain bills in the house and stuff like that. So she was upset, you know, while he slept, and then she had to go to work and stuff like that. So she said she felt trapped basically. So she said she was just existing, no birth of a child, and they've been together for 18 years. So Robert ran into the girl Diana, that he cheated on his wife with. So he's still trying to get into Prescott. Okay, he's older now, and he's been saying he was trying to get into Prescott, and he said it must be God. She said no, it's different policies and stuff like that, so you can't be doing that. I guess they didn't have the lottery anymore, stuff like that, or whatever the case was. So Prescott said that so then she was like, give me his files and stuff like that when they went to her scene. And so she started looking at his stuff, like, because he was sending, I guess, you know, tapes to them and stuff like that. So she's been watching that. So then Prescott finally called them and said that he is a threat. He got a call from them and said, you know, don't come to the vicinity, don't come there anymore, or whatever the case is. So and the phone hung up. So he got mad and he pushed his battery or whatever like that and said Prescott don't want to see him. So he said, I wanted to get the ring, private jet I wanted you to have, you know, saying I wanted you to get the boat and all that stuff, whatever the case is. So she said, have you ever asked what I wanted? You know, that's what Melinda said. I wanted you to get a job to help me. And stuff like that, you know, she was saying that to him, you know. And so he said, tell me you love me. She said, I love you. And, you know, she said that she was so tired, you know, she was tired of this, okay. So the lady is still watching, you know, Diana is still watching him, watching his videos and stuff like that. And so next thing you know, they have a foreclosure on the house. So her sisters and I guess their husbands came and said that there's a foreclosure on the house. So she was like, did you know there's a foreclosure on the house, talking to Robert and stuff like that. And he's like, oh yeah, you know, like, I know, something like that, whatever the case is. So she was like, her sister was like, his ASS needs a job or whatever. So then Calvin said, who was Calvin? Wait, Calvin said they were... Oh, okay. So I think Calvin or one of the husbands was saying that they will do advance if he works with them, like a 3-week advance, and then they could work for it. And I believe he wouldn't get paid, Robert wouldn't get paid, but he just have to, you know, work for his debts that he owes to them, whatever the case is, so they could get the house off of foreclosure. So and they said he has to be up early in the morning, 6 a.m. or whatever the case is, and so to save the house or whatever. So Melinda said she's changing the locks because they just be walking in her house, her sisters or whatever the case is, because that was her mother's house. The mother left the house to Melinda, as you guys know. All right, so another morning, there are no hugs and no nothing or whatever the case is. She said they haven't had, you know, sex in months and stuff like that. And she was saying that, you know, he's very sexual. So she was talking to her friend. So who is he having sex with? So she's thinking he's cheating, you know. So then the girl is still watching, Diana's still watching his videos and stuff like that. And so he said, so what happened? So the husbands, the sisters' husbands were saying that this is a big order. This is a big company. We need these orders to get to you guys. I mean, to get to this company now. This is like one of our biggest accounts or whatever the case is. So there was a wallet in the truck, and there was the girl's Diana's wallet. The girl that he cheated on a while back when he was young, and So her sister found it and told Melinda about it. Oh my goodness. So but anyway, they said that they're tracking him and stuff like that. So Diana calls him and tells him that Prescott wants to finally see him, and can you make it 11:30? And he was like, what, 11:30? And he's like, I don't know. And she's like, what, are you kidding me? And basically saying, like, after all this time you can't meet him, whatever the case is. So she said, do you still have the prototype, basically his battery, because he threw it out because he got upset. So he did another route somewhere, another route to his house to go before the garbage gets there, because he didn't want them to throw his battery or his prototype or whatever in the garbage. So then the husband saw that he took a different route and was like, where is he going? And so basically they lost the account. Okay, but anyway, we'll get to that in a minute. So anyway, he was going to Prescott, okay, prior to, so he said he don't think he could do it. Oh, okay. So anyway, so before he went to Prescott, okay, he basically couldn't go. He wasn't gonna go because Melinda took the keys and was saying, you take this, like that. So they rolling in the grass and stuff like that. And then her sisters come because she thought she said she found a wallet or whatever the case is. She I believe she remembered it was the girl or whatever the case is. And so the sisters stopped the car and they was beating him up. And so he basically didn't have the keys to the car, so he had to take the bus to Prescott to pitch his idea. So he went to Prescott and he was saying, he was talking to Diana. He was like, he don't know if he could do this because, basically he had a rough day and stuff like that. So she was like, put your emotions to the side, whatever the case is. This is a good this is a good break or whatever the case she said. I don't know what she said, I forgot. But anyway. So, the Prescott was like, let's hear the pitch or whatever. So they offered him $800,000. Okay. All right. I was like, So anyway, I mean, that's a lot, but he didn't want to sell what he's been working on for a while. He didn't feel that was worth $800. $800,000. I'm sorry, $800,000. Even though he knew his house was in foreclosure and stuff like that, but he was really dedicated to his dream, basically. So, basically that's like his baby or whatever the case is. So, she like, so when he got back home, he basically was just now telling Melinda about that he had to go to Prescott, and they told him about a check and stuff like that, but he turned it down. So his sister and I guess the husband was there and was like, oh, you turned down $800,000 and your house is in foreclosure and stuff like that. And so Melinda was like, oh, so you telling me this BS story and stuff like that. So it was just a back and forth. So as you guys can see, her sisters are always there, okay? Even the husband's out here, so they like right there, like boop. You know what I mean? Because he was like, can we talk by ourselves or whatever like that, but it wasn't happening. So yeah, so she called him a loser, and he was like, are you really gonna call me that and stuff like that. So she said she's done, she wants a divorce, like get out the house, whatever like that. So she lost the mother house, he moved out, whatever the case is. So she was like, okay. So she said, what happened? Okay, so 3 months later, I don't even know. So 3 months later, the house was lost, like I said, okay. And she went out with Devin, which was her ex-boyfriend, okay. And the divorce wasn't final, so her sister, of course, was saying for her to go out and stuff like that because she whatever like that, she needed to go out. So she said she felt strange and stuff like that, and then she didn't want to be out. And lo and behold, Robert was there washing dishes. Okay, he worked at the restaurant where she was having a date at. Okay, so then she said she thought about Robert, and he was in the kitchen working and stuff like that. So she said she wanted him and some change back. I don't know. Okay, anyway, all right, scratch that. Okay. I can't read my handwriting. Okay, so he said, are you sure you want to do this? Okay, so this is okay. So the divorce, all her sisters was there. I believe the husbands was there at the divorce signing. Okay, I was like, okay. I thought that was a little weird, but anyway. So he said, sorry, I never cheated on you. He said it again. I never cheated on you, whatever like that. Trying to tell her whatever like that. He said, please just look at me. She wouldn't look at him. She was crying a little bit, but she didn't want to look at him. And so they said the lawyer was like, you can have the keys, and you can have the car and your clothes or whatever the case. And he said he don't even want it. Like she could keep it or whatever. So so the first person he called was the lady that Diana. He called and said that he was living in between places in a shelter and stuff like that. So Diana said, I'm coming to get you. Okay. He called from his job or whatever. So he came to her job and he said, I need, oh no, then, what's his name? Robert came to Melinda's job and said, I need 10 minutes. And he gave her some flowers. And, before this, he took a bath at Diana's place and stuff like that. And Diana, in the morning, Diana gave him a offer that he had. I forgot how much money it was. It was a lot of money. So so he accepted that offer, and then he gave Melinda $1 million. Okay. So so she was like, you know, okay, so you have 2 minutes or whatever like that. So then he said his battery you know his battery made, you know, a lot of money and stuff like that. So so he gave her the check for $1 million and the keys to the house because he got the house back. So so she got $1 million. So she said, why did I listen to you? So this, we're going back to, no, she went back to the sister house. And she went back to the sister house. She put the check right there, and then she dropped the keys. And then she said, why did I even listen to you miserable bees and stuff like that? And then she said, y'all some miserable bees. She went to Robert's house, whatever like that. All right, so before that, and then also she, her ex-boyfriend or whomever it was, she basically, I don't know, she basically told him, you know, you got a small, you know. But anyway. So she went to Robert's house. She has, you know, she has something underneath, you know, she was going to seduce him probably. She said, you look great. She said, your dreams, you know, you fulfilling your dreams. I'm so proud of you and stuff like that. And so she said, I realize I still love you very much. And then he's looking around like, And she said, so then, the girl Diana came in there. And he was like, oh, babe, this is my ex-wife, Melinda, whatever the case is. And I was like, oh. I was looking like, wait, let me say something. Tyler Perry, I'm not an MUA. I'm not. I'm a makeup enthusiast, but her makeup wasn't matching. I'm sorry. Like, okay. But anyway, sorry. All right, so, hire me. Hi. It's like that. But anyway, hey. hire me. So let me stop, y'all. But anyway, so she was saying how my sister's got in her head and stuff like that. So Diana's Robert's fiance. All right, so she ran out. So she was thinking in her head. She was all in her head. Oh my goodness, I can't believe this. This is crazy. She got this. She got that. She got my ring. She got my apartment. She got my dress. She got this. She got my man or whatever like that. She was like, oh, he probably having sex with her in the shower because we met in the rain and all this stuff. And then he probably you know, breathing down her neck, you know, like, you know, in a way that she liked and, you know, stuff like that. So she was just over there reminiscing and thinking in her head of what was going on in the apartment. You see what I'm saying? Like what was going on in their life or whatever like that. So every time it went to certain things, it would say like, so at this point she became deranged. Okay. So she basically became obsessed. She was in the house. Oh my goodness. She was following their pages, looking at their videos, leaving crazy messages with a troll name, and she was just obsessed with their life. And she was in a house, in a dark house, like with a red lamp, and she's over there clapping and stuff. I was like, this lady went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Okay, she went to Looney Tune land. Okay, I was like, bruh. At any rate, so she left a lot of nasty comments on, I think, her page or their page or whatever, on Diana's page. So Melinda is wanted to sue them. Okay, I guess because of the battery, because she named it was something or whatever. So the lawyer asked for a restraining order because they dismissed that suing case or whatever. So then the judge said stay 300 yards away and stuff like that. And she said she sent a lot of comments. They showed the comments, and he was like, oh, she was like, oh, this is America. Something she said crazy. I was like, bruh, you crazy. Yeah. So she said y'all went they was at the house, Diana and Robert. So she's like, oh, y'all in my house? Oh, y'all MFS didn't want to help me. Oh no, she was like, oh, she said y'all went to my house. Sorry. So she was talking to her friend. She was like, oh, because what you call said, her friend said we went to your house. She's like, oh, y'all went to my house. Y'all MFs don't want to help me, whatever. Like, and she just left, whatever. She stormed off. I was like, Dad, like she went from high to low. I was just like, bruh, like, you know. So they was at her house. It was Diana. I'm sorry, now Diana and Robert was at her house, or whatever the case is. I guess they was saying that, you know, you guys need to be careful, get some security, and y'all need y'all basically need to, like, you know, like whatever. So she came in like, oh yeah, go all belligerent, get out of my effing house. So so then they was like, oh, Linda, and then she was like, she was like, I'm okay. So she drove off or whatever. I was like, oh my God. So then when she drove off, she went to the wedding shop. She done poured acid on the... She poured acid on the dress, y'all. Okay. I had to let that marinate. Where'd she get this acid from? Where'd she get this acid from? Okay. Anyway, right? Alright, so then so he said, so then they went to court, and I think what you call is having a baby. So she was like, oh, it's okay, the dress. She was like, I'm too big for it anyway. I'm expecting a little one or whatever like that. And so Melinda looked at her like, what? Because you know Melinda can't have any kids. So he said, if you violate, you know, then you'll say, the judge said, if you violate this restraining order, you will be 40 days in county jail. So she said she's not wrong, and she told the therapist that you are just like everyone else. And so I think she stormed out. Oh, no. Therapist asked, have you heard of borderline personality disorder? Now, hold on. Before I continue, I think she got more than borderline personality disorder. And I don't even think it's borderline. This girl went from high to low. Like, she was looking like she was like manic depression. I mean, like, I'm like, is she bipolar out here? I mean, borderline, no. Borderline personality disorder. I mean, maybe that, and then, okay. Alright, so anyway, so she said she was, so she said something about, so she was like, she was living my life. She said, F him and stuff like that. Like, she was talking in her head and stuff like that, right? Alright, so this, okay, so they basically didn't want her to leave her house. So she was gonna go to her car. Her sister was in the front, and then her brother-in-law was in the back. So she basically climbed out the window. So like, Melinda, this girl then went on their boat, Robert and Diana's boat. Okay. So Diana went downstairs to draw her a bath or whatever the case is, and they had, like, you know, the crew on the deck and stuff like that. It was a very beautiful boat, very beautiful. Lo and behold, Melinda had on a wedding dress, and she had a gun pointing at Robert. Okay, she was like, she said, you gave her my ring, my apartment, my boat, my life. She said, why? He said, you left me. You know, you wanted a divorce or whatever like that. She said, you didn't fight. I was like, oh my God. She said, why are you here with her and not me? He said, I love you, you know, I still love you. And so she shot him, like, in the stomach or on the side. So, so she shot at Diana and said to give her the ring or whatever. So Melinda, pushed off the boat. And so then he told Diana to go get help in the little boat. So she left. So while Melinda popped back up, I was like, you know what? She popped back up, right? So in my head, I'm thinking, like, is this real or is she thinking this? No, this all was, like, real. Like, I'm talking about in the movie. So then, next thing you know, she got, like, a hammer. I don't know where she had this stuff. And she hit him on it like that. Boom, like that. Whatever, like that. So then he hit the anchor, but her foot was tangled up in the chain part where the anchor go down. Man, took her right there. And he was trying to save her. Okay, you was trying to save her, but she was trying to kill you. You know what I mean? Like, bruh. But trying to save her, but he couldn't. The anchor was too heavy, and he was too weak because he was bleeding out. And she basically drowned. And that's how it ended. Let's just let this soak in for a little second. Now, the song comes in my head. I bust the windows in your car. Bruh. Alright, let's get into the review. Alright. So she runs her car into the truck. And she had to get a hysterectomy at a young age because he cheated on her. Now, I know everybody, goes through things like when a man or woman cheat on them, it's devastating because it's like, how you gonna cheat because you got me? How you gonna look at somebody else? Like, that's hurtful and stuff like that. But I ain't about to lose my life. For somebody, you see what I'm saying? To end up getting a hysterectomy out here. To where I can't have no kids. And it's like, I almost died because I was angry. I've never done that, okay? It's like, bruh. I already knew. And I'm thinking in my head, like, alright, if you gonna get like that, I mean, you should have left him. Okay, you should have left it alone. But no. I mean, I think he did genuinely like her. Or love her, I'm sorry. But she became nuts. And he was trying to explain to her that he wasn't cheating, but she didn't want to hear it. But I'm thinking, like, when did the wallet get left in his truck? Or how did it get there? Like, how did it drop out? Like, what happened? I don't think he ever explained. And was there a scene in there that I missed? I don't even know. I'm trying to think of that. But at any rate, I'm like, there was some points where I was just like, okay, so when she bought the car for him, like, she haven't heard from him in a while, like, in a few days. So she's like, okay, I bought a car for you. And it's like, whatever. First of all, no. Life insurance. Okay, first of all, that $350,000, I'm probably either going to invest it in a business, or at least buy probably another house, or buy a property and let people rent out, make money, flip that money. You see what I'm saying? Flip it into something, or whatever the case is. Flip that $350,000 into something else. You see what I'm saying? We're not married, so I'm not about to buy you no car. My dude, I don't even know you. You know what I'm saying? But neither here nor there. But anyway, I wouldn't be running into no trailer park house or nobody house, or busting out. That's just me. I don't do that. I don't bust out windows in the cars. I just don't do that. Okay, I'm not judging anybody that does do that. I mean, if it gets to the extreme, that's what it is. But me, no. The coolest thing I could do is just not talk to you anymore, or act like you don't exist. I mean, I can do that very easily, which can be very heartless. But I mean, I don't got to do all that, because at the end of the day, ain't nobody trying to go to jail. Ain't nobody trying to have nothing on no records and stuff like that. Especially since I'm going in the direction I'm going in, in a good direction. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to get no charges or anything on my record that would mess up my future. You see what I'm saying? So no, I'm not risking my future on, nobody, like, you see what I'm saying? But she became very deranged. She did. She became very deranged. The part where she was in the house clapping and in the red dark area, they had picked up pictures. She had like X's on the girl eyes and stuff like that, had knives in it, and knives in the pictures and stuff like that on the pictures. She's stalking them on like social media, and like she became like overly obsessed. And she was just like sending her messages after messages after messages after messages. It's just like, bruh, what you doing? Like, you looking like real crazy out here. Like, she needed help. Like, she really needed help, like mental help. Like, first of all, like you go in there and you go to shoot him. Like, how do you get there though? Like, and it's not like she's been having, and they said she's been like this for a while. Like, she was thinking in her head, like they were saying that she got it from her father. They don't know if they, whatever the case is. So basically, she just went crazy. I'm like, bruh, like, what were you doing here? So what y'all would have done though? Like, I mean, for me, like she basically kind of messed up her life. She had to go get a hysterectomy out here. And she can't have no kids at a young age. And then, he always says, I'm sorry. But it's like, then she became obsessed, and it's just like, why would you get the divorce then? You see what I'm saying? Why would you get the divorce then? Like, he was trying to give her a chance, but I think her sisters was kind of a little bit too much. I understand, like, because, we have family members that are protective, but they were, like, basically, like, security guards. They were, like, a little bit too much into her personal life. Like, I understand they was trying to guide her, but they was kind of not guiding her in the right way. I think if they knew that she had some type of problem like this, they should have guided her to a therapist sooner or something other case, instead of like, dwindling in her personal life. Just try to get her some help. You see what I'm saying? Instead of like saying this, that, and the third, whatever the case is, because it did look like he was like a bum, and he wasn't like, that's what it looked like. You see what I'm saying? It looked like that, but then at the end, she looked crazy. So it was just like, you know what I'm saying? So the twist and turn of it, what Tyler Perry did, it wasn't really expected. Like, I mean, you saw her being crazy, but you didn't see her being that crazy to where she wanted to, like, kill them. You see what I'm saying? And that's what it was. And it had me thinking, like, was she thinking this, or was this actually happening in the movie? And it was actually happening. So it was like that. She basically wanted to just kill them, because she wanted that life, and she couldn't have that because of the decision that she made. You see what I'm saying? And it's like, at the end of the day, I like the movie. The movie was good to me. It's just kind of like a eye opener to a lot of people, and to people, with me, like in relationships, or people that are, kind of like with the, with mental disabilities. And, it's like, it's stuff like that. Like, things can trigger you, and certain things were triggering her, and it led her to do drastic things. And it was just crazy, because she completely went loony. I was just like, bruh. And she would have went to jail anyway. She would have served some time, because the judge said that, he would have got 40 days in county jail, but she probably would have got more, because she shot or tried to do attempted murder. So she would have got more than that, but she ended up dying. So I'm like, and he was trying to save her. Like, she was trying to kill you, my dude, but he was still trying to save her. He was like too weak in the anchor. I don't know. He was just trying to stop her, I guess, but he didn't think that she was twisted up in the anchor, and she was, and she went down with the anchor and drowned. And it ended just like that. The ending, I kind of wanted to know, like, what happened with Robert. Did he survive? Or whatever the case is, but like, what else could come of it, really? I mean, they probably could have showed like what happened, like a little piece. Like, I guess the movie was already too long, but it could have showed a little piece of what happened, like with Robert, and the family, the sisters and stuff like that, like a little piece at the end. But I guess they figured that would have been too much. So I guess the ending, kind of fit as to what was going on. So she basically was crazy, and her craziness got her killed. I mean, it's just like, it's not worth all that. It really isn't worth all that. And especially when you have a illness, you really you're not really there. So it's kind of hard. So your mind probably just goes blank, or just, you see something and that's what it is. So, but I like the way that, that with this Tyler Perry movie. I liked it. I really did enjoy it. I'm glad I did watch it. I'm like, why I haven't watched this, before now. You know what I mean? Because it came out last year. So, not last year, in 2018, I believe. So, yeah. So I'm really glad that I watched it. I give it a 5 star. I would recommend this to those if you haven't watched it. I mean, you probably did already. This is a late review. I don't care. Y'all could, okay, don't come for me. Okay, it's late. Okay, you know. I'm sorry. But anyway, but I really liked it. The only thing, like I said, like the makeup wasn't, like on Diana. I mean, I don't know. It just wasn't matching. It was he looking like the mask? But anyway, Tyler Perry. I need to get my license. Do I need to get my MUAs? Do I have to get my... Okay. I'm here. Sorry. But anyway, but it was pretty cool. It was good. It was a very good suspense. It had me thinking and had me, and I liked the way the narration was when she was talking, as she was telling the story and stuff like that. I really liked that. And it really showed how, in the head of someone that has probably someone that has like a mental issue or mental illness, or someone that's just straight just straight crazy. Okay, I don't mean to say it like that, but as far as that, but yeah, I really do enjoy. I really did enjoy it. So I hope you guys do too. Let me know, what do you think? What do you think? Like, do you think the whole situation was wrong? Do you think that she should have been left him? I think when she got into that, when she hit that trailer park or whatever like that, when he first, cheated on her, whatever like that, I would have left. It's like, especially if you know how you are, you're going to do something like that, you know what I'm saying? You could have avoided all this, you know what I mean? But I guess she loved him so much, it was like, she would do anything to just basically have him or nobody have him, basically, because it was like she was trying to kill him. So it was just like, she wanted that life, she couldn't have it, so she didn't want them to have it, basically. So yeah, so that's basically it about that. But yeah, so I really enjoyed it. I liked it. It was very suspense, drama, and it had me on my toes, and I wasn't like, oh my god, I'm dramatic, but that's basically it about that. But I enjoyed it. I liked it. I'll be back with more movie reviews, even though they're probably old. So yeah, y'all probably don't want to see movie reviews, but I'm gonna come with them, okay? So just let me know. I had to pull out a mukbang on y'all. Some curry chicken out here. So I went from popcorn to curry chicken. But yeah, so basically, so what do y'all think? Do y'all think that, did she go crazy? I mean, obviously, she has some issues. She has some issues. And those issues was not resolved, and they should have been. If she was more in a stable condition, maybe it would have turned to another route. And they should have nipped that in the bud, early on. And it wouldn't have gone to this extent. But yeah, so that's basically about that. But I just think, and it was just crazy how everything went down, and how she just died in the process. Upset that her life was didn't go the way it planned. I love you right here. No, you can't have this curry chicken. It's too spicy. If y'all hear any hard breathing, that's loving. But I think that the movie was pretty good. I recommend people to go to watch it. If you have Prime, it's in your Prime movie section. I don't know if it's on Netflix. I'll definitely go check it out. No. Oh, y'all hear loving? Yeah, so yeah, I hear heavy breathing. That's like. That was a potato. But yeah, so y'all, that movie was pretty good. So 5 thumbs up on 5 stars. I wish I would have seen it sooner. And let me know if you think that, do you think that Melinda had went crazy? Do you think it was the guy's fault? Do you think it was both of their fault? What do you guys think? To me, you know, like I just know that she went too overboard. You know, I'm not saying get over it, but she's the one that asked for the divorce. And if she didn't want the divorce, she should have never got the divorce. She really truly believed in what he was selling, his dreams. I know she said she was tired and everything, but like I said, her sisters was always really in her personal business, like really into her personal business. And she basically didn't have much of a leeway. But be your own person. Like, that's what you have to really consider on a lot of things, because some people don't want to see you, you know, happy and stuff like that. So I don't know, you know, she just turned for the worse. But who knows, if she was to get married to him and stuff like that, if something would have happened, some inkling of him thinking, you know, of her thinking that he was cheating, she would have done the same thing. So, but hopefully if that would have happened, or if they would have got, you know, married and stuff like that, he probably would have gotten her some help to keep her stabilized. But it didn't work out that way. But I just think that her sister should have like stepped back a little bit from, you know, I know they wanted to protect their sister, but they was a little bit too overly protective, and she needed some help. She should have got help from jump. Because I heard them say that she was like this like before. So she should have got help, especially running into a trailer park RV. She should have got help, you know. She should have been talked to a counselor or a therapist, because it went extremely too far, obviously, because she's gone. So yeah, y'all, that's basically it about that. So yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this was long. I apologize about that. Sorry for the hard breathing in the background. That is Lovey being Aggie. Yeah, stop it, Lovey. So yeah. So I will talk to you guys later. I will be doing more movie reviews. I'm about to watch another movie on Amazon, and I don't know, look like one of them like you know, like low budget movies. But it's okay. It's okay. You want to hear my opinion? Let me know. And yeah, so Tyler Perry, this was a good movie. I really enjoyed it. Thank you for making this. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. I like it. I recommend it. And yeah. So yeah. So I'm gonna watch his other movie too. We'll see what's going on. All right. So any questions, comments, visit that. That's watching. Peace. Bye.